Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is honey some kind of review. Check the description box or the title. I don't know which one, okay? That isn't the point, okay? But first things first, if you have not done so already, please come over to subscribe to my channel and welcome JayBird, JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Center yourself, okay? Center yourself, okay? Do not forget to also like this video. It helps me, okay? Like the video. YouTube will share it more. Thank you very much. You can also comment in the comment section. Share it on your social media as well. Follow me on IG and or Twitter, okay? At J_Lees_Corner. It is not somewhere on the screen, okay? It is where? In the description box. The description box also has all the other information you may need. So go check it out, okay? Okay. So we see, what is this? It's gonna get real dark, okay? This is Black Ink Crew episode 20 of season 8, okay? We see it's right after Walt went off and left his own engagement party and stuff. And they at the shop like, what's wrong with what? What's wrong with what? I don't know. Puma like is every time we have an event, we mess up something, okay? We either mess up something, we arguing and fussing and fighting at it, or we don't show up. He don't feel supported at all when it comes to his events and it's coming there. Okay, Tati, your drunk stuff was on the microphone. I was just joking. Shut up, drunkie. Shut up, okay? So they're like, but it could be the Walt drinking more because I seen Walt with a champagne glass in his hand. I'm pretty sure it was full of Hennessy. I'm like, well, okay. Now, we all know Walt has a drinking problem. He's talked about that in the past. But he's supposedly better and everything, so we don't know. So, they're like, hopefully he's not back on the drinking wagon because we want him to be better. Now, we then see Walt at home with his fiance, okay, Jess. Well, he at Jess' house because that ain't his house yet. He got a key. And she also bring up, like, him saying, what's wrong? Like, why was you so upset or whatever? Recently, you just been, you going through some things, like, what's going on, fiance? What's going on? You're like, no, I was just, like, upset over what happened, because I really love you. And she's like, well, look, I think that you and I should do some counseling, okay? He like, I don't know about that or whatever. I was raised, it said, with things to get better, we can get over it, we'll get past it. I wasn't raised on going to counseling and therapy, but you need to walk. Go to counseling. Now, he said, I admit I have some things I need to work on, but I don't want to go to counseling. Then you don't want to work on them. What? Make up your mind and go to counseling immediately. Okay. So, back at the shop, she took chit-chatting with Donna. Donna, girl, there's some things going on. What's going on, babe? What's wrong? My dad reached out to me. What? Your abusive daddy? Really? So apparently, Babe's abusive father, who she has not seen since 2007, when her mom, her siblings or sister or whatever, fled away from him. He reached out to her via, she said, a Korean messenger app that is easy for people to find you if they have your email. I'm like, girl, change your email from 10 years ago. Just do that. Anyway, so she brings up how he just said he might be in New York, and if he comes to New York, he wants to see her. And she's like, I don't know, because him saying the things he did, and I just wonder why he used to do things to us, like why would he beat us and abuse us with us being children or whatever. I don't know. And she's all sad and emotional. So we'll see what happens. And Donna just sit there and gave her a hug. So we see Puma on his way home to visit his wife, Quani. Okay, he sends Quani a text because he wants an afternoon delight. Okay, he wants some vagina and stuff. Okay, but he gets home and Quani at home in the bed with the baby. Okay, we know they have a little son or whatever who's like 1 year old or whatever. And she like, what are you doing here? She like, what is you doing? You didn't get my message, okay? I came home for some vagina. And she's like, no, I don't have time to be having sex in the middle of the afternoon when I have a whole little toddler baby here and plus a little daughter, whatever. He walking, he active or whatever. I'm making photo cards for the daughter, whatever. I don't have time for this woman. Look, we have 2 kids now. I'm not that same person that could, you know what I'm saying, go out and twerk it out or whatever, and, you know what I'm saying, back it up or whatever on a little break. Okay, we have other things to do. He said, you know what? We need a date night, okay? We need to get back to us. Okay, cool. Let me plan it. Now, Quani looks different, okay? Now, this, look, she has a tan. You can tell she has a tan, so they probably recorded this confession look after they went somewhere or whatever, because y'all know she's not that tan usually. But she, I mean, this is a real Josephine Baker like. You know, it's real Josephine Baker like, and I'm gonna leave it at that. It don't look bad, but it just look different for who we usually, you know, how we usually see Quani. But I mean, it's really pretty makeup, and it's a shortcut. I'm like, did she call her hair off? I don't know, but it was what it was. Okay, we then see Alex and Donna. Okay, Donna says Tati's bugging me to tell Alex about the situationship. The fact that a girl is begging you to tell your man that y'all two are bumping vaginas is crazy. But Donna's used to cheat on people, so it is what it is. So she took Alex to the sex museum because she hopes seeing all the things around there will get him aroused or whatever, and he'll be so turned on that he'll be happy to find out that his dirty Donna is titillating with tacky Tati. Okay, anyway. So she's like, you know, me and Tati being real close or whatever, and our friendship was really evolving. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. He like, okay, cool. I think Tati's cool or whatever. I'm happy that y'all being friends. But fuck Tati. What about me and you? I think me and you deserve to take our relationship to the next level. So Donna gets excited. Oh my God. Oh my God, is he finna propose to me? Fuck Tati. I want to get proposed to. I want to get engaged. If you really want to get engaged, why would you be having a relationship with Tacky Tati on the tacky side? Okay, but I digress. Anyway, he thinks, you know what? I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Donna. Okay, and I think that we should have a baby. I said, have a baby? What? What? Even I was like, have a like that's not the fuck. That's not the next. That's not next step in no single relationship. It just isn't, okay. And she like, we already had your son. You know what I'm saying, Cameron or whatever. We have the dog. Like, I don't think we need no more. You know what I'm saying, people to feed in the house. So he said, you know, I just think, you know, to be cool or whatever. You know, you can get pregnant or whatever. Then while you're pregnant or whatever, we can go ahead and get married because we already live together. We already have the dog or whatever. So why not have a baby? She like, what the fuck? You tripping? I'm leaving. And they both leave because it's a dumb idea. Alex, I don't know which producer put you up to this, but next time, don't listen to them. It's dumb. Dumb, diddy. Quani takes Puma to a sex dungeon for their date night. And Puma like, what is going on here? Okay. They then hog tie Puma. You know, they put some little shocking, vibrating, you know, stuff on his nipples. Why is Puma nipples so hairy? Like the rest of his chest is clean, but he got hairy nipples. That's just, I don't know. Anyway, you know, Quani said, you know, he said our sex life wasn't spicy. He needs to watch what he asked for. We didn't need this scene. We did not. And I'm going to move right on past it like they should have. Okay. I mean, I get it, but I feel like no. So we then see Jess and Walt goes to therapy, okay? Because he said, because I love her, I want to do what she's asking me to do. And, you know, he said, even though I feel like we adults or whatever, I'm like, what does that mean? Adults need therapy too. It's not just children. He said it as if, why does adults need therapy? Because some adults is crazy. Okay, and now I mean crazy as in, you know, oh, cuckoo. I just mean some adults need to sit down somewhere and talk to people, okay? Anyway, the therapist, when he said, you know what I'm saying, I do hood therapy. I said hood therapy, but I like it. He means I can understand your language, okay? You know what I'm saying? I get where you're from. Sometimes you may not want to go to therapy because the therapist may not understand what you mean by something that we say. So it is kind of comforting to be in therapy where the person will know what if I say I want to bust his head to the white meat show, they know what I mean, okay? You pissed off, Miss Johnson? Yes, I am. Why? I want to bust his head to the white meat show because, you know what I'm saying, he drank my Heineken. Oh, I don't drink Heineken at all, but that I'm just saying. Bust the head to the white meat show. the hood therapist will know what that means. Let me move on from that. Anyway, so they talking or whatever, Jess brings up how because Walt has been kind of erratic lately, she wants to make sure that they get his handled so that it does not get out of hands and they don't kind of move backwards from, the bullshit of it all. So she wants to get things handled and talked through and get them in a better place. Now, she also brings up the reason that there's because, some things have been happening. There was some mistrust within the relationship or whatever. And that last year that they separated for about 6 months. Now, last year don't mean 2019. Last year probably mean like 2017, 2018 time or whatever, based on whatever else. And so, Walt admits that, he was on some fuckboy shit and he was out here acting like he was single and cheated. I say, well, first of all, why? Okay. And then, he said he know he messed up or whatever. He's there to help do whatever it is he needs to do to get them in a better place. And I say, but you proposed to her. She said yes. My thing is, if he cheated on you before he proposed and y'all got back together and now y'all engaged, that shouldn't be a deal breaker because you accepted the proposal. Okay, not saying that you'll be over the mistrust of what happened, but I feel like if someone did something to make me not trust them, we should not get engaged until I'm fully over that matter, until we have fully handled that matter. I would not accept a proposal from a person I don't fully trust. Okay? Anyway, she brings up like on a scale from 1 to 10 in the trust factor. Oh, I'm like a 7. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a 7. And Walt said, he's not happy that he's the reason that she does not trust him 100% or 10 points. And he just wants to do whatever he needs to do to get her to a point to where, they're in a better place and that she fully trusts him. Walt admits, like, I have a lot of demons. I face a lot of adversities and everything. And even though I may seem like a very popular, a very happy-go-lucky person, I still have things I deal with on a day-to-day basis, including my drinking. That's an everyday struggle. Alcoholism is absolutely an addiction. It's absolutely, an ailment that people do. You have to actively work to not drink. So I'm happy that he's able to admit that. Okay. Donna goes to see Tati in Tati's parents' basement. Tati lives in her parents' basement. Yep. She's a basement dweller. Anyway, so, they go to visit each other because, Donna say, I went to go see Alex. Not go see Alex, Lord Jesus. Me and Alex was hanging out and I was going to tell him that I want to scissor you. I'm like, first of all, I feel like Donna and Tati has already scissored, okay? If you don't know what scissoring is, just go on Pornhub, you'll find out what it is, okay? It's what lesbians do. Anyway, so she said, well, I want to scissor you too. I feel like they've already done that, okay? Anyway, she brings up what I was sitting there talking to him or whatever, and, he then brought up how he wants us to have a baby, so that threw off the conversation, and I'm upset with him about that because I'm saying I would rather get engaged first before I get pregnant by somebody. But she also brings up how, before 2 or 3 seasons ago, Donna was pregnant. She had the ectopic pregnancy to where they had to rush her to the hospital and all that things. And she had, all that happened with her. So she said, they told me then I would have a high-risk pregnancy. I may have trouble getting pregnant. So all these other things. But my thing is, have you discussed any of that with Alex? Does he know how you feel about babies? I feel like if y'all have had that conversation or whatever, or how you feel about kids, he wouldn't dare ask you to have a baby. Because he would already know that it's hard for you to have one. And it's weird for me. My other thing about that was, why is Donna at Tati's house getting a haircut? She says how Alex wants her to grow her hair out. So for the past, I think year, when she said a year, she's been growing her hair out. She has beautiful, nasty, curly hair. I'm like, why are you letting Tati cut it? I don't trust Tati. I don't trust Tati past the nose on her face. Okay, so I just don't. I don't like Tati. I don't. I think Tati is a horrible person. Horrible. Okay, horror being the. Let me stop. Anyway, but she brings up how her and Alex ain't on the same page because again, he wants a baby and she wants marriage. Well, have y'all had that conversation? If you wasn't busy out there trying to scissor with Tati, you may know what your man wants and he may know what you want, but y'all out there playing dumb. And then lastly, we see Bae meets up with her daddy, okay? And she looks just like her daddy. Now, when the daddy walked in, before the daddy walked in, she was sitting there trying to calm herself. Trying to calm herself. Um, when he walked in, she instantly looked like, at first she didn't even look at him. She kept like, I'm saying, like that, like peeking around or whatever. And then when she actually looked at him and seen him, she instantly put her head down and started crying. I'm like, okay. And she said because he looks exactly the same as he did the last time she saw him back in 2007. Okay. Now, she brings up, because, he says, are you healthy? And she says, well, they're speaking in Korean. So of course it was on subtitles. And then she says, well, yes, are you? And he said, for the moment, you know what I'm saying? He said, but I know there's been some issues or whatever, and there's things I need to talk to you about before I die. I'm like, oh, this is last dying wish, girl, bye. Anyway, he said, do you still hate me? Like, do you still hate me? She shakes her head yes and everything. You know what I'm saying? He brings up how, well, I know, I know. He says, I didn't know how to be a good father. And I didn't get to say all the things that I wanted to say to you and your sister. And why, girl, from there it went downhill. Okay. I'm going to say this. Bae was not ready for this conversation. And I think there is a thing to where we as children can dislike one of our parents for them not being the best they can be. Whether they're an absentee parent, an abusive parent, whatever it is, whatever they did wrong, we're pissed. And we wonder, we need an excuse, a reason, a logical explanation as to why you did or did not do the things that has caused me to be affected the rest of my life since dealing with you. So Bae's thing is, you beat us. You beat us, and I need a logical explanation as to why you did that. He ain't got no answers. And I've said before in other videos about us as children wanting excuses, explanations, or just some kind of indication as to why a parent did or did not do something. We have to sometimes get that they're not going to give us a reason that's going to matter. And once they give us their reason, we can't be upset that their reason doesn't fix it. Because at the end of the day, what they've done has already been done. So there is no reason there is no explanation that would ever make us feel better. Why did you beat me? Because I didn't know no better. And so beat me. That still don't take away the fact of what you did to me, it hurt me. Bae's father didn't have an explanation beside the fact of he, didn't know how to be a good father. But the thing about that is that was his reason. But Bae, who was still in a mind state and an emotional state, and that ain't good enough for me. That is not a explanation good enough for me for all the wrong you've done. When she's like, you would beat me, you would, I had blood stains on my uniform or whatever. When I was sick, you would kick me. If we cried, you would beat us. If we laughed too loud, if we did anything, we cried, if we laughed, if we talked, if we breathed, you would beat us. And I don't think Bae understood his whole reasoning for that was, I didn't know how to be good at. I did not know how to be good at. So I did the worst things. And because Bae is not in a point to understand, that's just his reason. And his reason will never match up to whatever reason you hope he would have. And we as children sometimes have to understand it's okay to accept that and move on to fix ourselves to get out of that pain. And until Bae is able to understand that, Bae is going to continue to be in a state of pain like she was in this episode. It was heartbreaking seeing Bae be so affected because it's the first time she talked to him. That's why I say Bae wasn't ready for this conversation. It's always like 2 or 3 conversations we as children have with our parents to talk to them about what they did when we was kids. The first one always goes horribly wrong because, again, we're angry and we really want to get out our anger. We don't care what you're saying. The second conversation, usually we let the person say what they want to say. They can use to get it out. But we're still angry. That third type of conversation that we have is when sometimes we can accept, okay, that's what it is, we're gonna just move on. But it does take some time. Bay is at stage 1. Okay. Now, she keep asking him, like, we lived in fear, how could how could you want to talk to us when you beat us every day? You know what I'm saying? Do you not remember, or are you just too embarrassed to admit it? He said, well, no, that's not it, or whatever. You haven't spoken to my sister in 15 years. You know what I'm saying? First, my sister ran away. Then, my mom ran away. Then I ran away. Why do you think we ran away? Do you think we were just crazy? And he wasn't saying much besides, I didn't know how to be a good father. That's all I got from him. And him trying to say how, I was trying to provide for the family and I couldn't. And he said, because y'all were so young, you may not understand how I felt at that time. And I'm not in no way, shape, form, or fashion making excuses for an abusive parent. What I'm saying is, we as children have to understand whatever their reason for doing whatever fucked up thing they did, it will never mesh, it will never add up in our head. It won't. And if we keep trying to force it to add up, we would keep being upset because we're pissed that they're not giving us what we think we need. Even though I feel like Bae just wants an apology. Bae wants an apology. And because she's asking him, why did you do it? And he's giving her his reason. He don't get yet that she just needs him to say he's sorry for doing it. Because neither one of them is in a place to effectively communicate. He's trying to defend himself, and then she's trying to say, well, you did this, this. It was crazy to watch, very, very much so. At this point, because he kind of won't say out his mouth, yes, I beat y'all, Bae gets irate. She's pissed. She's having the whole mental breakdown, and she's yelling and she's screaming. She threw some cups. She wouldn't know, she threw the table over, and she's yelling, you're lying. He's just lying. And she's yelling like, she's like, don't y'all hear him lying? Like, don't y'all get she's talking as if they know, the producers, of course, know for a fact that he's lying. And they're trying to calm things down or whatever. And, she keeps like, I want to talk to him. We need to talk. And he's like, you want to talk in this? And, well, that's all I know. You will always yell and scream or whatever. But because Bae is having a moment, okay, because she's having a moment, security, of course, is walking in to trying to de-escalate things or whatever, which makes her dad say, don't touch me. In Korean, of course, don't touch me, whatever. And she's like, no, we need to talk. We have to talk. And I'm like, again, Bae don't get that in this moment, she not even really trying to talk to him. What Bae is trying to do is, Bae is trying to get out all her frustration. And she's trying to get out all her frustration. And that's what this is right here. And so they end up just translating to him, hey, go wait outside for a minute, let's kind of calm things down. But Bae wasn't ready for this conversation. Bae was not ready for this conversation. And I do hope that she tries to talk to him again, just to get out all her frustration. And then the next time they talk, she may be able to hear whatever excuse he has, whatever it may be. But I do feel like, I don't think Bae was in the wrong at all. But I'm saying, as a person who had to talk to an absentee father and hear his I won't say it's bullshit. Well, yeah. And to hear his excuses, and for a while, I just didn't think it was logical. Like, but that's a bullshit. But that was his truth. That was his excuse. It doesn't matter if I feel like, well, it's not sufficient enough. That isn't a good enough reason for you to have been an absentee dad. No reason that Bae father give her will make it make sense to why he beat them. The sooner that she understands that, that's when she'll be able to heal from what she went through. And until then, it was painful to watch. But I'm just saying. Anyway, that's how I went off. It'll continue next week, y'all. But I'll talk to y'all then. Gotta go. Peace.